welcome to a brand new episode of JS Presents Diamondshala, Diamond Ki Pathshala. I'm Ekta Hujjar Singh, the creative head and co-founder here at JS Solitaire.
मैं हूं गुरप्रीत सिंह, founder JS Solitaire.
And today we are going to talk about diamond shapes. There are many other shapes of diamond other than round, and let's learn a little more about this.
So there are many shapes actually, and some companies they even create their own shapes. Absolutely. So you have, but we'll talk about the commonly used shapes, like most commonly used shapes. So of course we all know about the round, whereas everything else we have like heart shape, we have pear shape, we have emerald shape, we have princess, cushion, ashe, we have so many other shapes, triangle, and there are endless shapes in a diamond.
So these are diamonds in their own right, they are just cut differently. Is that correct?
Absolutely, they are just cut in a different shape.
So many people believe that only round diamonds are really diamonds and the other shapes are not really diamonds, but that's not true. Other shapes are just different shapes of a diamond, but they're all diamonds in their own right. And what about the investment values and the price calculations?
Well, so we have to understand that round diamonds are the most expensive. So round सबसे ज़्यादा महंगे क्यों होते हैं? Well, जब भी डायमंड की रफ आती है वो एक ऑक्टाहेड्रन शेप में आती है. So this means that maximum wastage जो है हमारी वो जाती है एक राउंड डायमंड को काटने पे. ऐसा नहीं है डिमांड है तो महंगा है. इसमें क्योंकि वेस्टेज है तो महंगा है. क्योंकि जब आप एक कच्चे हीरे में से या फ्रॉम अ रफ यू कट अ डायमंड, आप जानते हैं अगर आपका 100 कैरेट का डायमंड है रफ तो उसमें से कितना राउंड निकलेगा? About 40 carats, and 60% is actually lost in wastage. Now different shapes, अब different shapes में क्या होता है कि wastage कम होती है. तो जो 100 कैरेट का रफ था अब उसमें से आपका निकलेगा about 50 or 60 कैरेट of diamonds. So wastage कम है तो price कम हो जाता है. So basically what happens is when octahedron shape is cut, round are more expensive, and then all the other shapes follow that. Every other shape is cheaper than round.
So is it the same when we sell a diamond? That's also a very important question people ask. If we buy a round more expensive, it sells more expensive?
Absolutely, that is business. Business में हर चीज का एक प्राइस होता है. अगर आप लोअर क्वालिटी या आप इंक्लूजन वाला डायमंड लेंगे तो उसका एक प्राइस है. आप प्रिंसेस जिसको स्क्वायर शेप कहते हैं वो लेंगे उसका एक अलग प्राइस है. सो जब आप बेचने जाते हैं तो वो एग्जैक्टली वैसे ही बिकता है. प्राइस वाइज दे ऑल होल्ड देयर वैल्यू इफ यू बॉट इट एट द राइट प्राइस. सो एक बिजनेस वाइज अगर आपने सही दाम पे एक सही चीज खरीदी है तो उसकी रीसेल और एप्रिसिएशन आती है.
So which means that round diamonds are they are more expensive to buy and to sell, and all the other shapes of diamonds like pears, hearts, trillions, or any other shape princess that you buy, when you buy them cheaper, you sell them cheaper as well, but they are diamonds in their own right, and if you bought it at the right price, they hold the right investment value. So that's very, very interesting to note. Gurpreet, we've been in this trade for a long time. What, according to you, are the hottest selling shapes in the market right now?
So shapes sometimes really depends on demand and supply, and sometimes what happens is, it's funny, but how these shapes work is, there was actually a time in the industry that I remember. It's a short story I would like to tell the viewers, that princess diamond, square diamond was really cheap at one point of time than the rounds. So what the entire diamond industry started doing is collect all the square shaped diamonds and recut them into round, and of course the wastage was there about say 20% more, but the price increment that they got was actually 40% more, which meant that they were net earning 20% more on those diamonds by selling them, cutting them back into round shapes and then selling them. So it really sometimes depends on demand and supply. So sometimes you'll see cushion shapes being very expensive. So fancy diamonds after round it all depends on which is the celebrity who's wearing it, या किसने पहना है, and what the fashion trend is. So I think there we really need to realize that वो एक demand supply की game हो जाती है फिर.
Yeah, that's very interesting, but because very often the trends of the jewelry industry are obviously determined by which celebrity is wearing what, and often with shapes. That is what we have seen, that if a Kiara Advani or a Deepika Padukone, or even in Hollywood, lots of stars are flaunting different styles. So that shape, because of demand and supply, becomes more expensive. So let's do a little Q&A trivia on our favorite shapes. If we talk about diamond shapes, Gulpreet, which one is your favorite?
So I think being in this industry, what happens is it really depends on the design component, which is your favorite. But as a guy, I would say I love the square shape. So I love the princess, and so I really love that shape. But something I really love is also triangle shapes with round shapes alongside. It's more interesting. It's more catchy. I mean, so round, yes, the price is there, everything is there, but I think fancy shapes sometimes make things look much more cleaner, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially when you design jewelry, when you're looking at bigger sets, I feel like when you're doing fancy shaped diamonds, or when you're doing a mix of different shapes like pears and marquise and cushions, they obviously any day look better than doing just pure round shaped diamonds. And I think even when you wear them on cocktails or weddings, they do stand out much more.
Yeah, and so the good part about fancy shaped diamonds is that you can play around with it. I love playing around with them. You can shape them into different shapes. They look so nice. They look so clean. You can have there's so much you can actually do with different shapes. And I mean, emeralds look really nice on a necklace. So there's a bit of problem that you always have with fancy diamonds. Well, the problem really is that it's always difficult to exactly get the gauge of those diamonds. So round diamonds, the diameters are way more easier to get and put them in a jewelry. That is actually why you see most of the brands doing round diamonds.
That's right. Sometimes it's very difficult for even the consumer to appreciate just how much time it takes to make a particular any jewelry. Like if a bigger the set, the more difficult it is, because each piece needs to be gauged properly. All the colors need to match, and it needs to be actually done absolutely perfectly for to bring that jewelry piece out.
Absolutely. So it really makes a difference to have exact shape of diamonds in the exact diameter. That is what makes the jewelry come out really well.
Okay, so you mean like in your, as far as solitaires are concerned, your pick is Princess, which is a
Absolutely.
square shaped diamond. And as far as jewelry is concerned, you would any day go for fancy shaped diamonds like pear, marquise, emeralds, right?
I love triangles.
Yeah, I mean, actually, we would, want to tell our viewer that the shape which is really doing well these days are triangular cut diamonds, which are called trillions also. And it is a very, it's a shape which is picked up recently, but the jewelry looks beautiful in that. And even when you wear them as single solitaire earrings, put them in balis, or even put them in bracelets. Like, for example, I'm wearing a jewelry bracelet which is all fancy shape, different 1 carat. They're mixed 1 carat shapes, and I think we've used trillions in that, and they really do bring out the jewelry much more. It looks very different, and of course, like Gurpreet said, if you want to bring your creativity out and you want to do something different with jewelry, then fancy shape really gives you that opportunity. And rounds have been there, done that. And as far as I talk about my preference of solitaires, I think I would go for an emerald shaped solitaire. Emeralds, other than rounds, of course, rounds have been there. They are classic solitaires. They always, investment wise, price wise. But of course, if you keep that aside, other than that, I think emeralds is a very, very nice shape to wear in a solitaire. And the bigger the emerald, it does look really nice. If I talk about bangles, then I think pears look really nice in bangles when you put pairs together. Like if you, as my choice, I always wear a pear-shaped bangle because I think round bangles have been there. We've seen it a lot, I think, over the years, right? It's been there. They're classics, but apart from that, I don't think there's a different element added. So my pick would definitely be for pear bangles and fancy shaped bracelets, and an emerald solitaire. And so that's it on shapes today. If you like our content, you can like, share, subscribe. Please do shoot your questions. We would love to take them all, and we will be doing a lot of Q&A rounds. As always, this is Ekta Ahuja Singh from Diamondshala, the creative head and co-founder here at JS Solitaire, signing off.
This is Gunpreet Singh, founder JS Solitaire.